Tekrardan Stranding'in yeni bölümüne hoş geldin. Bildiğin gibi en son Emily'yi kurtarmaya çalıştık fakat elimizden kaçmış gibi oldu. İkisi bozguna uğratmıştık. Bu yeni bölümde ise bizim batıdan doğuya doğru gitmemizi istediler. Sanırım o bölümle başlayacağız. Şimdiden iyi seyirler dilerim. Beğeniyorsan beğen butonuna basmayı ve kanalımıza abone olmayı unutma. Şimdiden teşekkür ederim ve iyi eğlenceler dilerim.
One of a kind.
A BB candidate?
Either that or
A sacrifice?
Aynı maske bu kalanında da var.
a foundation. A bridge.
Olaylar ilginçleşiyor. Die Hardman. Yani ne olacak bilmiyorum ama artık bakacağız. Dağdüğüm şehri. Dağdüğüm. Gördüğüm. Gördüğüm. Işınlanamıyorduk. Ben burada ne yapabilirim? Meteoroloji istasyonuna gideceğim. Oradan sonrasına bakalım artık. Yapacak bir şey yok.
Sam, it's Hartman. Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BTs drawn into our world under these circumstances may be affected in unpredictable ways.
Hiçbir zaman olmadı ki. Bu sefer daha da enteresan tabii ki. Bana da öyle geliyor. Aferin Tuncay. Hiçbir şey almadın yani. Tek gerçeği bu. Şimdi bu dağdan tepeden nasıl ineceğiz bakalım. Yanlış kıyafet seçimi bu tür bir durumlara maalesef meyil verebiliyor.
Sam, do you copy? I've been looking into Clifford Unger and wanted to share my thoughts. Whose retirement roughly coincided. After he left the service, he somehow... However, now while the circumstances... I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the beat. That much seems clear given his repeated attempts to steal. Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but one thing's for sure, we need to know the whole story about his death. I'll keep digging and let you know what I find.
Eyvallah sağ ol. Ben de bir şey diyeceğim sandım.
One guy do anyway. Pathetic. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm heading back east.
Sana hak veriyorum aslında. Gerçekten hak veriyorum.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear.
Karaçağlı alamıyorum. Yapacak bir şey yok. Tabii şimdi de değil.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Dönüyor gideceğiz onun etrafında.
Feryal buz. Sakin. Belki araba var diye bir ümit ediyorum ya. Eğer almamış isem burada olması lazım. Ama almış ise yapacak bir şey yok. Evet, aynı düşündüğüm gibi. Şimdi önce bir tamir ettireyim.
Right on.
Your work is great.
Zaten şimdi de oradan hemen bunlarım yani. Tamam, bunu bekliyordum zaten. Kamyon tamir edilmişse sıkıntı yoktur. Evet dostum. Artık yol bizi bekler. Tamam. Ha, burada motorum da var. Almayacağım motoru ya. Ya o adam benim geleceğimi de tahmin ediyorsa o zaman ne yapacağım?
Someone's happy.
Evet, doğrusu önünde keyfi yerinde. Neler gördü neler geçti başında. Valla buralardan araç geçirmişler bilemem ama biz gittiğimiz kesinler. Bakalım bana yardım. Aynen. Gördüğüm şehrine kadar devam.
Sam, you're not going to believe it's about the According to official records, they were supposedly with the primary objective of developing any advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to, but it turns out that's just a cover. The truth is, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for. They're integrated into the infrastructure of not cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear, and also America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her her soul. The chiral network is our greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about... I'll be in touch.
Aramaya. Gerçekten midem bulanmaya başladı yani. Aramayın nasıl satayım.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Kesinlikle eminim. Başladığın yere geri dönmek. Yine mi ya?
Hey Sam, I see you're coming up on... Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the... By the way, I've made more progress. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists, but he did so completely unaware. This is pure speculation. But I think when Cliff found out about their plans, and after he failed, the BB remained, in which case he would have every reason to bear a grudge. But just because President Strand is dead doesn't mean his hate died with. No, I think he redirected towards you and Amelie and anyone close to the... And now that hate is driving him to set in motion the last stranding, to bring an end to the world. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an... There's no time to lose. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel. There must be more to their relationship.
Ee, hayda.
Got a moment, Sam? It's about... So there's no way he could have made the jump to Amelie's beach if they didn't share his... Well, I looked. The network should have contained something, anything. His entire life prior to it. His name, his... There's no telling who he was, which led me to consider... What if it isn't the director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford uncle? And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie? If it's those two who have a personal history, then it might explain why Cliff... But even if that were the case, how the hell did the two of them...
Sam, Hartman here. A guess, albeit an educated one, concerned somehow with the aid of the chiral network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single. Should this process continue, there is a risk that bringing about a death stranding on a heretofore. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon. They do not and have never intersected. But what if there were another class of beach? One that was on a higher plane, that was responsible? And what if the beach in question were none other than Armin? Cliff may have summoned the director, but I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's beach, to exploit its power over every and trigger the last strand. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's act, which is why you...
If Hartman's right, then we're using the chiral network in Amelie's beach to trick... That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that's... You've got to stop him, Sam.
Tabii tabii.
You've got to make the jump to Amelie. Get in and get her back. It's our only hope.
Bayağı pişman yaptığından.
Your father didn't make me scared. It made me brave. Sorry it took me so long. Don't make the same mistake. Be yourself. Be free.
Captain, I need you to hand it over.
Shoot him, John. Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
Kimi vurdular? Ve niye vurdular? Enteresan şeyler oluyor, farkında mısın? Bunda kuru kafaya benzer maske. İkisi de aynısı vardı. Ve bu maskeyi şeyde gördük. O bayanın kendisinde. İlk çıkardığında başkasına takıp kontrol edebiliyordu. Acaba o eski Amerika Başkanı da bunu mu kontrol ediyordu? Olabilir mi acaba? Bakacağız. Aynı maske. Ve geldik modern çağ. Hayırlı işler. Clifford Archer. Bölüm 11.
He's gotta be somewhere, right? Is his target blue?
Ben buralardan gidiyorum ama doğru mu gidiyorum acaba? Hemen olaylar. Buyurun. Ben en son diyeceğim artık öleceğim ya. Hı? İçmesen olmaz sanki. Baktım ortada.
We need reinforcements. Forward. Open We need reinforcements. Go! We're falling out!
Nereye çekildim lan?
We need reinforcements! Get back out there.
I need you, Bibi. It's all right.
Gate hostile.
Kaç kere alt etmemiz gerekiyor? Ya bunu verince acısı bitecek, sağ olsun onun olsun ya. Sonuçta babası yani.
Bibi. We're getting out of here. I promise.
Ya ver gitsin be.
Bring me back my baby.
Adam onun peşinde.
Are you cleared, hunger? Who are you? Are you the father?
Baksana şuna.
They told me your name was Sam Porter. But you were Sam Bridges. My bridge to the future.
Nasıl yani?
Sam, you bring people together. You're that bridge to the future. Come on, Sam. Stand up.
Cevap adamın. Üzülüyorum bir yönden ya. Oğlum ver işte. Sonuçta babası yani. Yapmış bir hata. O lan bebeği mi vurdular?
Take BB and get out of this place.
Bu adam işte.
Nothing I can do for your wife. I'm sorry.
Maskeli adam vurdu.
Now, if she orders me to do something, I have to do it. I have to. But I served under you first. And your family doesn't deserve this. Any of this.
Why are you helping me? If they catch you.
Because you saved my life, sir. Again and again. When the brass sent us into the jaws of hell, it was you that brought us home.
Asker her zaman askerdir. Bakalım ne olacak. Onun komutanı, onun askeri. Askeri yöneten başkası. Asker komutanı öldürülüyor. Ve sen kişisel adını yayıyorsun. Sistem error mu?
Sam, are you okay?
Tabii.
I reviewed your
Mükemmeliz.
logs. It looks like you were caught in a supercell and emerged an instant later on the other side of Ground Zero, not far from Port Knot City.
How'd I wind up here then?
Remember Victor? He found you lying unconscious by the harbor and brought you inside.
I think Cliff might be Lou's father. He said, give me back my BB.
Impossible. Cliff was born.
He gave me this. Maybe he's trying to tell us something.
Yani
Something about the BBs, maybe. About how they were made. It didn't feel like he was trying to hurt us. It felt like he just wanted to talk.
But you said you saw him holding the director captive on the beach.
Yeah. They must have some history we don't know about. Them and Bridget.
Funny you should say that. I've got something you should see. Found it in the archives while I was digging around. It's a pre-recorded message from the director labeled, "If I don't come back."
This message is insurance. In case something happens to me. And I sure as hell hope that's who's watching. I got a little present from Emily. Said she'd take me to the beach if I wanted. But I'd need this doll to show me the way.
Göbeği kesik bunun da.
It's a trap. It has to be. But I've decided to play along. You've all been playing along too, haven't you? You know this mask hides more than just my face. Well, Emily's a blank slate too. No past, no record she ever existed. She's a ghost. And the thing about ghosts, I never met Emily in person. Have you? Ever seen her in the flesh, shook her hand, touched her? The original team we sent was divided into two groups. Emily was with the first, Mama and Hartman were with the second. They had no direct contact with her.
Yes. Amelie's group was wiped out in Edgenorth City. Everyone but her. Everyone who could say whether or not she exists.
Bullshit. She's real. We touched, all right? She and I both.
Well, I've only ever interacted with her hologram.
I'm telling you, I've met her. In person. Lots of times when I was little.
Allah Allah.
Yes, but on the beach.
Here's what the president had to say about her daughter. Emily was born on the beach. There her ka remained, though her ha came to this world. This division of body and soul forced her to spend most of her childhood in the hospital. But though her health was poor, her dooms numbers were off the charts. Her supernatural talents blossomed as she grew older and overcame her limitations. But by the time she was 20, she could travel to and from the beach, body and all. And that's where she started spending all of her time.
Evet, bizi görüştüğümüzde hep kıyıda
If you wanted to get
görüştük.
in touch with Emily, it was via hologram or nothing. The president insisted on that. I swore an oath to the president and to America. As far as I was concerned, her word was law. So when she said Emily was her daughter and the best candidate to succeed her, I believed it. But when the archives were restored, I couldn't resist testing out my access privileges. And that's how I found out. Bridget was diagnosed with uterine cancer in her 20s and couldn't have children. You see, doesn't add up, does it?
Kesinlikle.
There's no
Mantıklı
way
değil.
Emily could be Bridget's biological daughter.
Peki kimden?
So where'd she
Ya da
come
Emily
from?
kim?
Who is she? Is she even real? How can we be sure that Emily is an extinction entity when we don't even know if Emily is Emily? Hell, for all I know, the EE theory might be bullshit. But if it's not, if she's the cause of the death stranding, then I have to accept her invitation. I've loaded my
Allah.
gun with hermetic rounds. Sam's blood. It connects my gun to her, to me, to him, all of us. Which means I should be able to take it with me to the beach. I'm gonna stop what she started by stopping her. One last
Vay anasını
confession.
ya. Olaylar.
I'm just a man. No powers, nothing special. Don't have dooms, I can't repatriate like Sam either. Don't know the first thing about dying, I had never tried it. Yeah. I've been to hell. Every single battlefield was hell.
But no matter how terrible it got, I never died. Because all I ever did was run from death. Well, I gotta go. She's calling for me. Bridges, don't let me down.
Hayda.
After he recorded this, the director jumped to the beach. Or rather, Amelie summoned him there.
He had a gun to Bridget when I saw him. Then Cliff showed up, took him away.
Ama ateş etti
I
fakat
thought he went to
vuramadı.
the beach to confront Amelie.
Yeah, she was there too. She was the one who got me out.
It's so obvious to me now.
Ya Emre hem ona girdik ya.
Believe I didn't see it sooner.
Hem annesinin şekline geldi hem kendi.
What happened?
The chiral network dropped out. According to Lakna, it won't be long before it's completely unusable.
So all our hard work was for nothing.
Let me finish what I was saying.
Kesinlikle.
I'll tell him.
Fragile. You look like shit. You should be resting.
I know. I need to tell you something. I had a little chat with Higgs back on the beach.
Doğru, ondan sonra vurdu.
Didn't take much to make him talk.
You say why he betrayed you?
He said it was part of her plan.
What?
She was their leader. The terrorist void outs, the whole extinction agenda, Amelie was behind it all.
Like hell she was.
I know you don't want to believe it, but it lines up with what Die Hard Man said. Higgs turned on me after he met Amelie. At first, he was looking to expand his territory, and I had a power he could use. At least, that's how he ended up working with me. He was no terrorist. He just wanted to reach more people. But then she shows up with abilities that put mine to shame. Hell, she could even control BTs. So Higgs decides to go with her. And that's when she turned him into her agent of extinction.
Amelie gave Higgs his power.
Yep, she made him her homo demons.
What about Bridget? You care to tell me what she was doing on the beach? You got an answer for that too?
I know it's a lot to swallow. But Higgs said himself that Amelie is an extinction entity. I looked inside his pod, and there was no BB in there. Take a good look at what was. It's the same doll Die Hard Man had. This is their bridge baby. There's this idea that the terrorists brought back BB tech and Bridges was just following suit. It's garbage. Their methods and yours are completely different. Your BB links you to the world of the dead. Their doll links them to Amelie and her beach.
You know who else had dolls like this? Cliff. He was carrying them on the battlefields.
Evet.
Cliff, Higgs, the director. All three of them were drawn in and controlled by this extinction entity. And who is this EE really? Is it
Yani.
Bridget? Is it Amelie?
All I can say is that the answers are on the beach. What she wants and why.
If we get to the bottom of that, then maybe we can still avert the last stranding.
You've got to find her, Sam.
Lan her şeyi ben biliyorum. Biraz da siz bulun ya.
She's waiting for you on the beach. Hurry back east.
Ya başlayacağım doğusuna, batısına, kuzeyine, güneyine ya. Dön dolaş, dön dolaş.
Sam, the connection's unstable, so I'll keep this short. We have a job for you. Fragile's condition is deteriorating. If she slips into a coma, there's a chance her soul might become stranded on the beach. She needs cryptobiotes fast. Luckily for us, Fragile Express keeps a stockpile there in Port North City. So we'd like you to grab some for us while you're in the area. All the details are on the terminal upstairs. Please, Sam. This is critical.
Evet, bu bölümün de burada sonuna gidiyoruz. Bir sonraki bölümde tekrar seninle beraber buluşmak dileğiyle. Şimdilik kendine iyi bak. Hoşça kal.